If that hadn't worked, YouTube was going to be dead to me. That was a pain in the butt for no good reason. Ooh. How's everyone doing? Like, no good reason was that a pain. I would totally set off a sparkler. You know, in my old house, I could do things like set off a random sparkler in the basement. I had tile floors and I had controllable environments. Now I rent from a place that's got a carpet. I need the ability to be less intelligent with all of my decisions in a way that is somehow responsible, but as I'm saying the words, I'm realizing that sounds stupid. You shouldn't start a fire in your home. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to say. There you go. Is it properly? There we go. There we go. Don't start fires in your home. All right. Hey there. What's going on? It is JP, Natasha. Hey RJ. Pounce on more than just the Resident Evil 7. Hey, have you seen Slay the Princess? Not even the finished version of it. It's scary and better than Resident Evil 7. I'm gonna do this though. It's awesome. Wow. Yeah, now that more and more I think about Slay the Princess, that game blew me away. Hey, Majida, Blue Mocha Nighty, Vamp, what's going on? Chloe, PageBot, Larissa, True Winner 1. I'm seeing zombies, somber thoughts. Some people in the background. Happy screw the other side of the pond. RJ, listen. It's Slay the Princess. It's not new. Some bigger YouTubers are finally finding out about it. I played it, what, half a year ago now? It's all posted on my channel, and there'll be a definitive version that comes out. It is not a visual novel type deal of what you think. Everyone that doesn't give it a chance is sleeping on it hard. Sleeping on it hard. All right. I'm not going to be going for very long. I should get into it. Extra content. Ethan must die. Yes, there's more content coming for it. A lot of the content's already there, but they'll be fully, hey Chris G, what's going on? They'll be fully like acted out stuffs. Like they're adding so many more frames to it of like art and artwork to it, and more voice lines, another ending, more iterations of what you can go through, which means I'm going to tear up all of them. A branching tree to show you what iterations you've done. Let's play some of this. Happy 4th of July. I'd do a sprinkler. Sparkler? Sprinkler. Sparkler. So it's definitely one of the games I was about to do one of those, make it into the movie version, like YouTube likes, the longer ones. I was thinking I should do it to that one. I don't know if I should do it to that one anymore. Maybe I should do it to that one with like a notification to people that's like there's an even better coming out soon. Well, I mean, a lot of the content's out, but I know what I like, which is, ooh, wait, I forgot, this is Sparkly. Did I say hi, Del Rio boy? This gets to be one of the few games that I can. Oh wait, are we talking? Just love my reaction to it. Smitten, I knew it. Someone brought up Smitten. Someone brought up Smitten. I gave Smitten a chance. We don't need to talk about him. I gave him a chance. He got one chance, and then he kept opening his mouth with some stuff. just started. Good thing you're here, because I won't be going very long tonight. How you doing? Happy the day that the people that are taxed us across the sea couldn't do that anymore. And for anyone that isn't in the U.S. or born in the U.S., I guess today is just called, well, across the pond it's called Friday already. But I mean, yeah, it's one of those days. Hope everyone got their fill of being able to set things on fire or watch things get set on fire. It's fun. It's more fun when I'm the fire setter. I found out. Come here. Hey, Shadow. Did I just? I know I'm supposed to sing that in my head of like Wrecking Ball. I came in like a pair of balls. I hope everyone got the note. Okay. Let's just keep going. Yeah, I'm still by far not 100%, but this would be like me breaking major traditions. I'm not allowed to skip a 4th of July. Because on 4th of July, I almost always am live doing something. Doing something at least. Freaking burner. Such bull. New Scottish game, I think it's called Still Lies in the Deep or Wake in the Deep or something. I have not. There's a few things I need to get on top of. Trying to figure out all the things that I can do and can do responsibly at this moment. Yeah, there's a lot of fireworks going off there. A little much. I was very fortunate to have animals that weren't bothered by things like that. Unfortunately, I think they weren't bothered by that because I was consistently louder than any firework they'd have to deal with. They got to hear me. They got to hear their owner work from home. It probably didn't help there. Like every single day, they're just like, "Oh, fireworks! Oh, some peace and quiet." Like, oh god, he was streaming again, and then they did the fireworks, and we were like, "Bow, bow, 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 bow," which in dog definitely means, "Oh god, he had to shut the fire." Hey, Patrick Carey, what's going on? Did you just stain me? You stained me. You tried not to show that you did, but I saw it. I see what you did there. Oh, dang it. Bigger, dang it. You stained me. I need to use up the shotgun and come back for that, which means, let's just see how this goes. What are you again? Oh, your shotgun shells. Yeah, let's use this up and come back and get that. Yay. Just don't worry about me still acting a bit out of it though. I'm just doing my thing. Oh god, hi. Please don't lunge. Thank you. That might have been my second death to that part. That part usually doesn't kill me. And by usually I mean rarely, if ever, 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 ever. When we get back together. I just found out you can stream my all-time favorite racing game on PlayStation Network. What's your all-time favorite racing game? Share with the class. Uh-oh.
Carlos.
Oh, God.
I'm always glad to see Jill's ass, but I didn't know I'd be glad to see your little Puerto Rican ass. Are you Puerto Rican? I don't know if that's racist. I made a very snap decision on his ethnicity.
Happy 4th of July. And power of the 69.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, everyone. Hashtag vamp over there. I forgot. I'm playing a game where I can just leave notifications ready to go. If you guys can distract me out of a win, more power to you, because this is a game that usually I can win. I win. I'm the one who wins. I can usually win at this game, so I just left them on. I'm gonna say that, and then I'm like that. I take everything I just said back, because that feels too much like instant karma. Oh. Wait, what's so honest? What happened? Wait. That sound. Wait, what? What's honest? Hey, Big Dex, what's going on? That's a name that could get me in trouble saying it too often. Yeah, what if I wanted to sing about? Actually, maybe I'm a big Dexter fan. What if I want to sing about that? I love Big Dex, I cannot lie. I'm big Dex. Okay. See, you too. I'm just joking around. I'm just joshing. Where did the shotgun there they are. Oh, the soundbite. Yeah. I try to forget that that's a soundbite every now and then. I want to make new soundbites. Completely new. Or at least make it a 50-50 on which one shows up. But every single time I bring up the possibility of new sound bites, I get a bunch of people going, no. Because they want to guarantee that they get the one that they get. But yeah, that was a snap decision on my part for Carlos. Because I've got like a bajillion different ideas of what I can like, just put up there. I've said a lot of new shit lately. A lot of random things I probably should never have said. I've said so many things. YouTube, don't listen too closely. Love watching mac and cheese is still a favorite soundbite. If people would just not leave for mac and cheese, because it sounds like mac and cheese. Jonathan Miles, I love watching you play RE, but I get really anxious when I play. Because I take it personal when my character gets hurt. How do I do it? I don't know. This game in particular, this mode right here, it can't get to me. I can get like surprised on this mode. I can't get much more than that. Oh god. It's not my baby. Yeah. I mean, we can't lose the hold on what if and the hex puzzle from the RE4 soundbite. Yeah, I know. I get. Now that it's there, it's perma there. Berserker Part 7. Wait, what happened? I don't know what happened in that, but I'm sure it's nothing good if it can be named off that quickly. I didn't like that. That was naming something off a little too quick. Hey, Meldrick, long time no see. What's going on? I don't think. I think the first time I played this game and when I played it in VR, this game really had the potential to make my mind melt in a few unique ways. Now, I don't know. Hey, Izuna, what's going on? How am I doing? I could be better, but it's all right. Love from 21st century Britain. Yeah, I decided I was gonna say second Britain, but I was like, no, that's 18th century Britain. We don't have to worry about that. Hey, doggy. It's like I gotta. Oh, I can imagine this in VR. In fact, if Joy were around, she'd mention something about what happened in VR. Yay, Albert, come here. What are you doing? Okay, that's the M19. All right. Well, gotta drop this real fast. And we'll pick this up in case. No, I did not just summon Joy by saying that. Joy doesn't just pop out of nowhere. I can summon people, but they're very few and far between that I can summon. You TikTok. TikTok is deadly.
I'm gonna let you in on a well-known secret of comedy.
Hey, thank you.
Bad things aren't funny when they happen to Daddy.
What about Mommy?
Oh, Mommy's fair game. Go for the throat.
Happy 4th all. In Darkness, as always, thank you for your videos and streams. Hope you're doing better each day, by the way.
I'm trying. I'm doing my best. Thank you. I appreciate that. Everyone, hashtag Natasha. I'm doing my best. I'm running down a few leads on what's going on. I don't want to say too much. I'll just say that doctors did take me seriously, all right. So I'm getting better. I'm trying to do better and whatnot. But they took me seriously enough that I got rejected from everyone's passing the buck now. So once I get over that, things should get better. Once everyone stops rejecting, taking me on and whatnot. So we'll get past that part, and then maybe I'll have good updates. Well, yeah, they're taking me seriously enough that they every single practice wants to say a different practice should be taking care of it, because they don't want to be the ones to take care of it. Because now they know whatever's wrong with me is serious business. So it was a lot easier for them when I didn't have conclusive proof that no, I'm not making things up. Anyway, I'll leave that for another time and place. I can leave it there. Say her name 3 times, make a dirty joke, and then say how you hope she doesn't hear. She will appear. I hear machinations. That sounds like some trickery. No. I'm gonna need. No. See, that sounds like if I started doing that some people here who might or might not have Joy's phone number would absolutely, and I'm not accusing anyone, but I'm definitely accusing somebody. I might not try to send off a message to make sure that they appear. Because, you know, I'm hoping things get better as well. Thank you. I really am. I'm hoping everything. Hey, Kelsey, what's going on? Yeah, I'm making, for reasons such as that, I'm making the stream today a little shorter. But I don't want to not 4th of July. How do you not? I saw fireworks yesterday though with Ron, so. Nope. Seeing fireworks is 4th of Julying. That counts. I got both handguns back. That doesn't feel good. The burner? Can I okay, what gets tossed? Is there something I can toss here, please? I mean, I'll toss that. No, I have not, but Patrick, I'm assuming that you worked on that. I feel like that's a safe assumption to make. I have not indulged enough in the sounds of new musics. May show up later, who knows? That song is everywhere? I'm not spending much of my spare time lately being able to listen to this stuff. I'm sorry. when I'm back to 100%, I promise you, I will be on top of musicals. Well, musical things. But I am assuming that you absolutely worked on that if you just brought that up. I'm assuming that's one of your latest projects. Do you still feel dead inside with music, though? I'm hoping you don't with being able to feel like you did a thing. I may or may not have a Sabrina cut coming up. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay. I can neither confirm nor deny that I did or did not see the information you might or might not have passed on by saying that. So, I just threw away burner fuel. I can, flippin' flaggle. All right. I'm gonna use this up, and then I'm just gonna use the handguns up. My love and hate for music is pretty solid. I pretty much love most of the music. And I hate a lot of it. Robert, thank you so much for the support. Everyone, welcome to the family, Robert. Hey, there's a thing. You got a wooden shield. It's there right now, but it does get stronger over time. Protect yourself, protect the family. Welcome to the family. Oh God, don't barf on me, please. Don't go astray. Don't go astray. Please don't. I used a stabilizer, not steroids. If you have one thing of steroids in you, you can take 2 barfies. I did not use steroids. I used a stabilizer, which does not help you take 2 barfies. So I might or might not have just screwed up there. That is a whoops. Yeah, Anastasia made. Hey there, Sun King. Thank you. I really appreciate that, Robert. Truly, truly do. Sabrina is the next Disney star who made a new career in music, it seems. Oh, like so the Teenage Witch? I know that, Sabrina. You know what? I thought Sabrina the Teenage Witch right after you said that, trying to just make a joke. And then my brain went in the Wayback Machine and decided to go back to Clarissa Explains It All. And now I feel like I'm dating myself. That's not dating myself, right? Hey, Kelsey, thank you. I appreciate that. Wait. I have to respond over here. Wait. I can reply. Might to be overboard. Always appreciated. Boom. There we go. I did a thing. Look at that. It tagged for a limited amount of time. When a super chat's put in, you have a limited amount of time to be able to chat and reply to Kelsey instead of just doing a hashtag, which is a cool new feature. Hey Connor, what's going on? Hey MOS, it's been a hot second for a few people being here. What's going on? But maybe I won't screw up this time. I planned on telling myself that I wanted to make sure that I just came and had a little rampage through this game of decimating it. Hey, what's up, hippie? I have heard the pleas of the crowds, and while I have other things I would like to play as soon as I'm feeling up to it, I found out that there is a mod that I have not investigated at all, other than finding out there seems to be an overhaul mod for Resident Evil 2 Remake. Now, while usually I'm getting tired of things like that, not that. I know it so well that I would like to see what an overhaul mod would do to my brain, because that game is ingrained in my brain. Oh, I would love that. That would be so fun for me. That would actually
I
be
got one. I
super
got three.
fun.
Can I get a 5? Can I get a 5?
It's always
5
so
in the
delayed.
fishnets, 5
Thank
in
you,
the
thank you,
fishnets.
thank
Can I
you.
get a 5 in the fishnets? Can I get a 5 in the fishnets? Words I didn't think I'd ever say, ever. Can I mention ever again?
Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh yeah, Resident Evil 7 looks really, really nice. And they're gonna stop support as of last year for the other versions of like it's DirectX 12 that they support, and support for cards that can't ray trace, that goes away. Don't jump me, don't jump me, don't jump me, don't jump me. So ray tracing, yay! Fortunately, that's not as gating for people as it was before, because you know, crypto decided to bite the dust, and so the cheapest ray tracing cards, like the 3000 series, I not too long ago saw a 3060, a consumer card, one that can play like almost all modern games, up for like 240 bucks. Well, that's still more money than a lot of people want to put out for it. For people that have like a, I think I run some of the things I run on a, I've tested a lot of what I do on a 6th gen Intel, which is what used to run my streams. And with a 2060 in that one, it can run most modern games at medium to max settings. I was sticking at 3060, and then you get the ray tracing. Hey Gabriel, what's going on? But yeah, it looks pretty because it gets all the light sources and diffusions, and that's a ticking time bomb. That's a shotgun. Unlike a ticking time bomb, shotguns don't tick, nor do they bomb. A lot of that sounds more obvious now that it's come out of my mouth, but that's fine. That's fine. We all deal with my mouth being stupid. We all collectively. I'm trying to think. I have a few things I desperately want to do on my own time, and then like stream with you guys later. I will let you guys know straight up that before it gets asked anywhere else, yes, Dead Rising, I do not care who gives me early access to it, but I'm reaching out to every company. I've had scruples before what company I will deal with, and there's like one or two in particular that I will not deal with. I have a story. In the Wayback Machine, I was a teenager, and I had a Christmas where my brother got me a brand new TV. I went from a TV, it's like an 11-inch, a 13, whatever, something like that, to like a bigger CRT TV. It like cathode tubes and whatever. Like so like, if you're in the Wayback Machine with me, like I had that, I did that, and I got it, and my brother gave it to me, and I was so happy, and it was such a nice gift. Right until the moment that I realized that why I wasn't allowed in his room for like a month and some, that everyone else was allowed in there, and he would just tell me it's for Christmas, it's about Christmas. You're not allowed in my room because it's something to do with Christmas. And I was like, all right, I'm not allowed in your room because of something to do with Christmas. So I guess I just have to deal with that, I guess. He had bought himself an even bigger TV, and I wasn't allowed in his room because once I realized what happened, he had gifted me, good thing he saved the box, he had gifted me his old TV. This is like the most stereotypical big brother move I could ever think of. He had gifted me his old TV, so now I had a bigger TV, and he did it for one reason, and one reason only. Did I say Dead Space? I hope I said Dead Rising. In Dead Rising, when you have to look at Frank's watch to tell how much time you've got left, on his smaller TV, he could not see the watch. So when Dead Rising originally came out, the smaller TV made it almost impossible to see the watch that Frank is wearing even though it was the size of bigger than the monitor I'm playing on now, but it was a cathode ray tube television. And so you couldn't see it. So he gifted it to me and bought himself a bigger TV as his own Christmas present. They are calling it a remaster. Dead Rising or whatever. It's coming out in September. My brother's birthday is in September. It's coming out like a week before his birthday. I don't care even if it's one of the companies I have scruples with. It's not a remaster. It's technically a remake. They're taking the newer Dead Rising engine and adding new voice acting lines and recreating what they had before. They're not just pasting over the original anything. That's a remake. That's like calling Resident Evil 1 a remake when they went from the original. It's not a remake. A remaster, that's a remake. So I'm gonna be begging to some companies here soon, even companies that I have scruples with, trying to get me an early access free copy so that I can play through all of the new Dead Rising a week before it comes out. Be like every other bigger YouTuber who gets 1 week to 1 month to record their stuff. But it actually does fit in the zombie genre, so I should be able to get a hold of it. And then I get to record it, and then on the day of release, I can stream it while I'm also, you know, methodically uploading, like spaced out every 4 hours, the next part of Dead Rising. So yeah. So there is that. I'm hoping to have that for you guys. That's the only update I've really got from my side of like business stuff. I saw it. I saw it conquer, and I'm excited for it. Thank you so much, Robert. Thank you for joining the family and for that. Hold on, I gotta heart it real quick and say, thank you. I'm typing it over. Oh shit. I typed it all out. You just have to trust me on that. I did type the words out, but now I use shorthand because I'm on the. Wait, my computer.
I got 1. I got 3. Can I get a 5?
What?
Can I get a 5?
Hold
5
on.
in the fishness. 5 in the fishness. Can I get a 5 in the fishness?
Hold on.
5 in the fishness. Words I didn't think I'd ever say ever. Can I mention ever again?
Did my thank you so much everyone hashtag over there or reply to Robert's super chat saying thanks for spiting the overlords and things like that. Did my computer go rogue? I just typed in TY and it typed in my thank you in all caps for me. I didn't type it in all caps to start off. Oh god, Skynet's coming. I'm glad you enjoy them. I also, to let people know what's on my mind lately, playing Nier has been such a thing that I want to do, and playing the rest of Dawn Trail. People that don't like Final Fantasy XIV will just need to get over it, because I want to play it, and I want to go through the storyline, and I want to be able to record it so I kind of can condense it. Because I want to do the whole getting to Dawn Trail video like really soon, because I'm assuming my timeline for getting that kind of video out for people who would like to get into the game is like coming to an end. Oh yeah, Capcom just did a press release. Dead Rising's getting they're calling Dead Rising DRDR, and they're calling it a remaster, but it's not a remaster. They're using like the engine that I believe was used in Dead Rising 4 to redo Dead Rising 1. And they're bringing back in voice actors to redo some of the lines. So that's a remake. Pretty much the definition of remaking the game. When you take the original game, you don't use the original game but anything for a template, and then you make the game again. But what do I know? I'm just using, and let me check my notes here. Common sense, which I know. I'm stepping over my bounds. I need to stay in my lane. Common sense. Are we kidding? And I'm using it. Yeah, I'm using common sense. I want to bring this weapon. I want to bring the Magnum with me. I want the Magnum. And because I don't want the shotgun reappearing downstairs. Supposedly, it's the press release says 0 is removed. Nothing would be removed. The only thing that would be done is anything additive. Once again, sounding suspiciously like remake territory, but I also... Oh, I brought up Final Fantasy 14 to bring up. I want to play Nier Replicant, but I think I want to do it not on stream and just release videos. Because, Oh, shoot! My Jimmy jams. My Jimmy's got jillickered. Oh, no. Slurp. Oh, no. But I want to play Nier. There's a few things I want to do off streams, and it would hopefully allow me to give you guys more content. Because if I'm not feeling my best, I can just pause. It's really, really hard to pause a stream. I've tried to find the pause button, and I just edit my stupidity in post. You can edit out your own stupidity in post. So I've been told, and no one's ever told me differently. I didn't miss anything, did I? Yeah, they mentioned something about continuing on the story, which has made a lot of people suspect that there's going to be a Resident Evil 7 Part 2 because of the way it was worded. But I don't see how that is a thing. Call me crazy, but I think Resident Evil 7 Part 2 is called Resident Evil 8. I don't know. It was a weird translation. I hope they're working on a new one. Because there's only so much recycled content. I am of the opinion, take it or leave it, dadgummit. Take it or leave it, I am of the opinion that new content is good. And so, like, getting things like new games instead of freshening up old games really does actually excite me. I like the prospect of it. Continuously getting the thing we already had isn't what excites me the most. So I know they're making bank off of those remakes. But like even Dead Rising remake is actually a remake that I appreciate. Oh my god, do I love Dead Rising. My brother loved it. I absolutely would have had Nathan play it on this channel if he had survived. We would have gotten that far. And yeah, Dead Rising is something I want to remake because I consistently look at my computer and wonder, should I just bust out Dead Rising? That's a consistent thing. I wonder if I have it on Steam. I don't know what I have it on, but it's a pretty consistent thing that I do, where I wonder once again whether I should just bust out Dead Rising. Once it gets into your brainium cranium that much, like it's that deeply ingrained that you want to play it, like probably at that point you should just play it. And now that they're redoing it, I can just do that thing. And then of course YouTube is liking the whole putting all of your playlists into a movie deal that some bigger YouTubers are doing, and they did that. Oh, I just got multi thumbnails. YouTube just gave that to me, even though I've not been a good boy, and they chastised me for going 28 days without a video upload. And the person who reported me actually made me send an email to YouTube explaining that I am legitimately sick. So everyone who saw my update, go and say whatever you want to the person that I actually responded to. To everyone else I haven't responded to, I see some people like supported, and thank you for that. I'm sorry that I haven't responded to all of it. YouTube had me respond to the jerk instead of the people that are being nice. So I want to just get that out of the way and say, like, YouTube required me to respond to the jerk, whose first message got held and second message did not. After all of that, I realized I had access. I'm allowed to post up to 3 thumbnails, and you get a random one. And whichever thumbnail does best and makes you most likely to click on it, is the one that just becomes the perma thumbnail. I actually get multi-thumbnail support. Yay. Oh, yeah. Hey, Chris fam. What's going on? Chris fam. Oh, yeah. You can go under the post I made, and you can find the person who reported me. They said I hadn't responded to them, so that not responding to them in 24 hours was proof that I am a scammer and I'm a liar and that I'm not sick. And they had some other things to say. Don't worry. It's fun. The internet's fun. Don't worry about it. It's some people will just be the way they are. I can't do anything about that. Knock him down. He gets knocked down. Yeah, well, you know, in one way I get where that person was coming from. If only they didn't make it dead obvious that they have never really watched any of my streams or done anything. There's a few comments on there saying that guy got a god complex after he made some guides. There are comments like that. So I those are easy to get over. Because I had a lot of you who show up consistently and watch my content. I can see when you subscribed. I'm playing the game that some people subscribe to. I didn't get a god complex for that. What else have I gotten? I've gotten a lot of fancy messages. But I do get where they're coming from, kind of. If I had to play devil's advocate, I've seemingly been sick a lot. I didn't want to turn... This is 4th of July. I didn't want to turn into talking about this too much. I've seemingly been sick a lot. So I can get, like, that sentiment. Welcome back to the family. Izuna, what's going on? I can get that sentiment because if it were somebody that were just tired of hearing, like, how awful I feel, then I kind of get that. I kind of, because it like, I don't know. There's a lot of YouTubers who do that kind of stuff. They put out, like, it's kind of like the meme of, like, the apology videos where YouTubers just put that out there. And it's just like, oh, here's an apology to something. Like, the multitude of them. And you've got to make sure that you, like, have the proper tier production when you, like, do that. And, you have to say all the things in the right way. So, like, I get that, I guess. So I can play devil's advocate for it. Counterpoint. That's not what's happening. Hey, the Rick here. What's going on? Hey, go to the office. What's going on? Hey, if I tell people hashtag your name, they're actually just spelling your name. That's a thing. Wait, do I have the burner? I do have the burner. I can play devil's advocate and see the other side of it. Yeah, unfortunately for them, they said they reported me. It didn't do anything. But once I got over all of that, like, of being like, okay, well, I got reported to YouTube. Who cares? I found out I had... No! I found out I had access to 3 thumbnails at a time. I finally get to do the things that bigger YouTubers can do, which is spend way more time making thumbnails to see what will actually make people click. I am going to start making 2 actual thumbnails and then a really fast clickbaity thumbnail. And I am very interested to see if people start actually clicking on my thumbnails more often because they are straight up looking like clickbait. Now it'll be actual content. I actually don't try to produce complete and utter garbage crap. But I do have different ways I'd like to start even, like, editing my videos. I would really like an editor so that, like, the things I'd like done, somebody else has to deal with. Because that would be nice. There's so much more I do if someone would edit my shit for me. So much more. Editing takes up. Thumbnails do too. But I want to see if people actually will click on just... I spend so much time on thumbnails. Maybe I should just be spending less time on thumbnails. Who knows? It would. If only I made enough money to do that. You'll edit the audio pro bono? I do appreciate that because there is possible audio stuff coming up. I have, over the past little bit, I just even told my son that. I have realized over the past 28 days while YouTube was really getting on to me also about not posting videos. And you know, that means that people aren't visiting the channel as much and I'm not streaming. I realized I passed up like 4 or 5. I just told Rowan. Is my son in the stream? Hey, Rowan, if you're watching, turn it off. It's not the correct game for watching. Or actually, I let you watch Psychopaths. Like, I don't think anything in this game. Just don't listen to you. Put my mouth on mute. Why would you even want to watch this, though, if you're watching Rowan? I don't know why. Anyway, I just told her, I think it's like, it's either 4 or 5 little, they're just small little VA parts. No. 2 were VO, but 3 were VA. I think it's 5. They weren't big deals, but I just don't have the feeling like I got the lungs for it right now. Did I ever play... Hey, Connor. Did I ever play that on Veteran? I guarantee I did not. Because if you're asking if I played something on a hard difficulty like that, the answer is probably no. Can't guarantee, but the answer is probably no. So I can just save that search real fast for you. I don't need the grenade launcher. Oh, I don't need the grenade launcher. All right, let's just go. Do it to it. Oh yeah, I know we never did it. I need to get on that. The thing is that it's really hard for me to think of like what to do without having like something sent to me of like the backtracking of like in any kind of storyboarding of what I'm supposed to be doing. So it's hard for me like to make up a scene and then just say something. So it's a really weird thing to do. Do I watch much anime? Yeah. More fireworks are going off. Yeah. To the extent of I really usually need a good storyline. Like I don't watch anime for anything other than like love of things like Cowboy Bebop when I was younger, making me realize that good storytelling could be any medium. Because is that Miyazaki that does Cowboy? God, they're doing some fireworks.
You're not getting away this time.
Yeah, old anime clips, and we recorded the dialogue for his reel. I need to find things that are out of copyright. I could do that. I could totally do that. I've been in this situation now more than once where, hey, Mike L, what's going on?
Boy.
Oh God, where is she? Oh, she's right there. I've been in this situation more than once where I was told original audio only. Hey, Mike L. Hello, hello, hello. What's going on? So I get nervous wanting to go that route, but I did think of like things are in public domain. I should just do that. I don't know though how to mix out like from the original audio when it's like the original people talking. Do I have a favorite anime list though? I think I have like uh-oh. Hold on, excuse me, I'm burning a nest of crotch. I'm a bee taint. Yeah, now she's dead. Anyway, so like, does copyright matter when it's just to showcase your range? You're not using to make money technically. Yes. Mostly because I have a YouTube channel. That's why it's ended up mattering for me. I need to actually do it under a different moniker, like make a different name, because then it makes it as I'm taking somebody else's work and then now directing traffic to somewhere where I can make money. So by proxy of being on YouTube, I'm held to a different standard, which is stupid. I like the attitude in the title. Hey, idiotic tirades. What's going on? I know it's not from... Hey, I'm just saying what's been told to me. I think I told you that over a year ago now. When we went through this the first time of me getting into it with like possible jobs I was taking on, I don't think your child was born. That I'm not saying you should post. I'm saying you send it to pretend. Oh, I'm making a website though too, so I can do more Google Analytics and have stuff sitting there for people. I can send it to production companies. I mean, I could do it. I could do that. I could have already existing stuff to send to companies, but there's also the idea of usually when you send it to them, they want to know like where they can go find anything more type deal. And realizing that, yeah, basically I need to either go under a pseudonym to start up, or I need to like have like original trackings and stuff like that. Or I have actually realized that there's a third route. I have figured it out, Patrick. And it's really, really neat. And I haven't pursued it yet because I don't want to think about doing it yet. But there is a third route to this. You see, they hold me to this standard. Video games that are not copyright claimed should also technically not be copyright claimed if I were to turn down voice volume, replay that scene, and voice that over, meaning that I have background sound to it. I got background noises sound. I pick out the video game. I pick out the part that should be voice acted or that was never voice acted in the first place. We have backtracking now to the lines I say out loud. And there you go. Because they're holding me to a standard where I'm allowed to talk over whatever video game I want to, I should be able to use the audio. I did think of that not too long ago. I just haven't been able to do anything about it yet. Don't worry, I've been brainstorming. So yeah. Yes, your oldest wasn't yet when I first ever said anything. It has been that long. I've been working crappy $50 voiceover jobs that should only take 3 hours max and end up taking 5 to 10 hours by just randomly getting in the middle of the day that they want another take of a stupid line that I feel I've already done, and then they just use the worst take anyway. I'm sorry to hear that, Michael. Yeah, I remember when you came on the channel announcing that you had your child coming on along. But yeah, I have thought that through. Taking game audio, because I should be able to do game audio, and it's the easiest way I can take out voices. So I can just take, I need it. Now, back to what I was talking about before, because that got me onto voice acting and stuff. Do I have favorite anime lists? Yeah, actually, I think a lot of people who, no matter what they like, should, it's not like you have to watch it to like anime list, but to get the mindset that I live by, of like how I see the world, and how like why certain media and certain things captivate my interest. If you want to get like, if you want to have a glimpse into my mind, let's talk about ones that you should watch. Cowboy Bebop, but you can literally skip from episode 1 to 5 to I think 12 and 13 to the last 4. I think you can if you really wanted to. If you wanted to hear my love of music added into stuff, you can see the same director doing Samurai Champloo. If you wanted to see how I believe there is such thing as having protagonists, but a protagonist does not directly mean there has to be an antagonist, nor does it mean there has to be a hero, you can go watch Princess Mononoke. If you want to know my thoughts on what the law means to people, and what it means to abide by a system where you don't agree with it, but you still have to live in the confines of it, you should go watch Psycho-Pass. And what have I left off? Oh, if you actually want the anime that's more tropey, actually having a good storyline, you can watch SAO, watch the abridged version so it can make fun of the earlier seasons, and then go watch Alicization for when they decide to step up their game for story writing. If you want, I don't know. Let's see, what else is in there? Because I just recently let my son watch Psycho-Pass with me. How many hours have I clocked into Resident Evil 7? Oh, we're in 4 digits by now with how much Ethan Must Die, probably. I no longer have the world record for how many wins in a row for Ethan Must Die. We could do that one day, have me go back for it. But that would guarantee, the time sink that it would take for me to get the world record back would guarantee I put another 100 hours into the game. Oh yeah, Parasite the Maxim. Parasite the Maxim I really do like. Vinland Saga, I haven't gotten around to. Tokyo Ghoul, that's one of those that is a hard call for me. I like the soundtrack, it's a beautiful soundtrack. It's one of those that is like, I did read the manga type deal before that, so I already had a preconception. It's not my same thing of like Attack on Titan. Okay, a list of animes. Attack on Titan actually is ridiculously good, and I wish it weren't overhyped and they didn't wait 6 years-ish to make the second season of the anime so people would actually know it's not overhyped. It's a ridiculously good one. My love of music, Samurai Champloo, did I mention that one? Because Cowboy Bebop does it, and chef's kiss to things like In the Rain. Done by Steve Conte. If you want to go download all the albums from Seatbelts, Seatbelts is the amalgamation of Steve Conte's band with a few organs, Boston Pops, London Orchestra, for being able to make this Japanese orchestra I'm forgetting in there, for being able to make the soundtrack to Cowboy Bebop. And there's more than once where they would make a song for Cowboy Bebop and go back and re-storyboard some things to redo it because of the way the song was composed. To a lesser extent, they did that with Samurai Champloo. Samurai Champloo I really like, but once again, you could watch the first episode of Samurai Champloo. I don't know which ones to tell you, and then the last 3, and you'll realize why I like it so much. I really like story-based things. Like, since I'm gonna probably have an aneurysm trying to play this game at the exact same time, hey there, Dennis, I'll actually answer that by just staring at the camera for a second, while also turning my back to the generator so it's not deafening me. Here's the thing. If we talk about mediums of like movies I like Fight Club, of course, is on my list, but I also love the book because the movie doesn't cover everything that's in the book, and some of the points it's trying to make are lost. I also like the book Choke, and then they made a movie out of it. So Chuck Palahniuk, whatever, Palahniuk, give a dog a bone, quack quack, give it a yak, whatever. I like his compendium of stories, whatever. I like him as a writer. Movies that I've seen when I was younger, it's like Collateral Damage. It's one of the few times you hear me say like that I like. The Choke movie was terrible. Never seen it. Choke book is awesome. Hey Julio, what's going on? And Jean, what's going on? Did I see a Jean was here? Okay. So here's the deal. Like, of course, there's the movie Collateral is the only time you're gonna hear me talk about Tom Cruise and be like, I really did like what he did with that role, and it wouldn't have worked without him. Collateral is him and Jamie Foxx, I believe. I like Denzel's performance over in is it Rookie? I can't remember. It's a Rookie Cop, First Day, whatever, and it's kind of like it's weird. Hey Jay Moss. Your first stream, you get to see me actually ducking into a corner and answering a question because I'm actually hurting right. Training day, thank you. because I'm hurting trying to do both and answer something seriously. Thank you. I'm really big on good storylines that subvert expectations and also make you question who is in the right, who's in the wrong. That's why I end up liking a game like The Last of Us Part 1, where if you watch my playthrough, you can see I went back when I recorded that. I used to have to take my mandatory 30-minute break because my audio and my video would start desyncing, and I couldn't fix it without distorting the sound of my voice. And so every 30 minutes, I just stop and restart the recording to make the hour-long videos and whatnot. And there's a part in that game where I have an opinion, and I took a break during that, and when I come back, I am visibly angry, and I even reference Princess Mononoke in that, where I'm visibly angry because I thought I had no opinion, and I got, hey, Alyssa Boyd, and I got an opinion. And I had an opinion all of a sudden about what I thought the events meant. And all through that game, you can see me in part 1 when, 8 years ago when I did that. Has it really been 8 years? Holy shit. 8 years ago when I did all that, you can see how my mind works. When it comes even to anime, basically my list on anime is this. I need a really good story, or you better have something so flashy that most people with epilepsy should stay away from. I need something to sink my teeth. I need to think. I need the ability for the idea of like in Psychopaths for like Kogumi's character, and breaking that down, and then not to spoil anything, name dropping a name like Makishima, just saying that. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. Being able to break those kind of things down fascinates me to the point that for those who have seen it, it can look like it has adult themes in it. I sat right next to my son. I believed he was old enough to see it, digest it, understand it, take it for what it was, and not have nightmares, overblow it, fantasize, anything. Take it for what it was, and I was correct. My son correctly deduced some things that were coming up just from the opening credits. He by the 3rd episode, he guessed a big plot point. I'm not the best well-rounded for when it comes to movies and all those things. Hey there, what's going on? I thought I already said hi, Chris. Chris fam. I tried to say your name. My big answer to that is, of course I love Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. In fact, hot take, I like Full Metal Alchemist Original better, and the manga for Full Metal Alchemist better than the anime adaptation. And it's not because I don't like Brotherhood. It's because I really, really like if you cut out the movie they did to the first Full Metal Alchemist in 2003, just take the movie away. Just erase it. Because the movie screws it up. It makes it into something that you leave off on a note. I love the idea of a Tolkien-esque ending where life goes on. The end of Lord of the Rings puts you on a new adventure where you have to imagine what happens at the very end. I love that. I loved it. That's when I was younger. I loved Animorphs. What happens at the very end of the series of Animorphs? You're on a new thing where they don't answer the questions. You don't get the answers of what the new part of the life is. You get told a story, and then you have to imagine the ramifications of what happens after the story, and you get a whole epitome in between. I like writers who obviously have an idea of what they're writing toward, that they really do have an ending, a good ending in mind, and they write the plot points that would make the beginning of that make sense to the ending, and they write through. David that made Detroit Become Human, Heavy Rain, his biggest problem is that he gets a really good premise and he doesn't know how to make a good ending or beginning to it. You don't want to find writers that do that middle stuff. There are 3 types of writers, and I don't like the 3rd type because they're hit or miss. One type is a premise of that ending, and then how they got to that ending. So that means they go to the beginning, and then they write to that ending, and no more, no less. Whatever they write to, that's what they write to. And then there is, oh my God, thank you so much, Vamp, in the middle of that. For 20 gifted memberships. Thank you so much for that. Especially while I'm rambling on over here, but we all know how it goes. Oh yeah, I love Animorphs, and my son loves new Catherine Applegate books. He didn't know K.A. Applegate and Catherine Applegate are the same. Thank you so much. I'm gonna say thank you one more time after this and welcome some people back. Listen, I like people who actually think about their storyline. That is Cowboy Bebop. Literally, the guy who wrote Cowboy Bebop did not want to write anything more. In fact, he wanted it to be a movie, and the pitch got knocked down, and he made it into a series where there had to be filler episodes. And in those fillers, he actually fleshed out the characters. And while they feel like fillers, once you watch all of Cowboy Bebop front to back, you realize each one fleshed out a different nuance of the characters' personalities, so it never had to be stated outright what it meant when you got to the end. And I love that. I freaking love that. That is someone who had their ending really, like the ending of like how these characters, which means they had a visualization in their head of how the characters start. In fact, the most recent example of that is Attack on Titan. Isayama, who I believe it's Isayama, who writes Attack on Titan, even talks about being forced into writing his ending because he knew the ending of Attack on Titan before he started writing the beginning, and he had a different premise he wanted to go with, which was people trapped in a new, like a futuristic world where nature couldn't be hurt, but there's a Titan type thing, and they were actually creations trying to help, but it saw human beings as being a bad thing, blah, blah, blah. And the only strongholds left on Earth are those that are surrounded by trees. You see where like ODM gear gets to come from, blah, blah, blah. And then he figured out what he wanted to do with it, and he writes Attack on Titan. He even talks about in interviews how he felt like he was on this path where he could never leave it, and that his fate, his destiny was always predetermined because he had to write to this ending no matter how he began it. And so when you go back and read it, especially the manga where they don't do a few subtle changes in the first season that they had to retcon, like Mikasa sewing some knitting stuff or whatever, that should never have been done because that actually means something later on. I like people who know where they're going with the story and also don't leave you with a conclusive ending. It was like Animorphs when I was younger, it was stuff like that. I like people who know where they're starting, and they really know where they're starting, and in building these characters, they know where they have to go. So they build a good world for which these characters can grow, and then they start writing to where these characters need to grow into, and then you get the progression. You get this good writing. And then you get like David What's-His-Face, who wrote Detroit Become Human, which is actually a good game, but he gets a good premise, not a good world and characters and everything. He gets a good premise, a good hook, like an M. Night Shyamalan type deal. M. Night Shyamalan is kind of like the David What's-His-Face. He's of the movie world, but is of the video game world. It's a good hook, it's good everything, but once you get into it, you realize the opening can be either too bombastic or a bit lackluster, and the ending leaves you wanting. And then you just get confusion in the middle because you kind of got right to a middle premise where you never made a world for them to live in, nor a world for them to grow into. When it comes to anime, if it fits those criteria of it's obvious they had a storyline in mind, or it's obvious they had a good world that fleshed out and they never kind of just jerked you around into it, then I'm gonna like it. So it's my way of saying, my brother and I both, like, we flipped a coin, Final Fantasy VI style, on who would become a writer and who would become a psychologist. And then my brother got an A- in one of his English classes and switched over to psychology major anyway. But it really is, if my opinion on anime is, if it's got that kind of je ne sais quoi that Cowboy Bebop has, because there's an obvious beginning and end, and it's obvious from the beginning when you watch it, there's a beginning and end. Same with Samurai Champloo. If there is are motifs that, like you see in Princess Mononoke or Grave of the Fireflies, don't watch Grave of the Fireflies Grave of the Fireflies. If you watch it during the day, and I swear to Christ, I am not joking in any way, shape, or form. I'm not making it lighthearted. Have a friend you can call, watch it during the day, and I even advise you to check out what your local suicide hotline number is. That movie can fuck you up real fast, and I'm not gonna be the reason why someone went to watch something. Anyway, basically anything that is Studio Ghibli, but anything like that. If you ask me if I like that anime, I probably do. Hey, Chadwick, what's going on? Yeah, basically, if you break down the people's humanity, hey, toothless bastard, if you have to break that down, I love it. I end up loving all those kind of stories. Why do I love stories like this then? Because Resident Evil 7 is actually my favorite of a lot of them, and we're staring straight at the reason why. The science. I love it when science is utilized properly. If you guys haven't been to my streams before, I'm not going to give you the breakdown, but the science of Resident Evil 7 is actually quite plausible. You'd be very surprised at how mold, fungal infections, all those things, how smart they are. We call it the underground internet. It is no joke. This shit is really scary and really seriously can do some really weird things. And now that I'm going towards becoming a registered nurse in the state of Georgia, that's my goal, and God, does the state of Georgia want me to push that goal back more, move that goalpost more and more and more. But don't worry, once we're dead set on track, you guys as a community will know that, especially because I just found out there's a loophole that lets me become an LPN while I'm still in school, and therefore I'm going to use that loophole to get paid to be able to become an RN instead of an LPN, and also have to get through schooling and not have to worry about as much through YouTube. So I'll be on here less sporadic, so I'll have to keep you guys in the loop. But here, science fascinates me. The idea of, like, if you find things that are like really in-depth topics where I could go into it, whether it could be geopolitical, it could be scientific, it doesn't really matter. Science really does fascinate me. This game actually gets the science correct. Hey, Kale. This game gets the science correct of like a lot of what could happen. It's kind of like why I really got fascinated with Resident Evil 1. Because the science is fucking dead on, and they didn't even have the CRISPR process back in 1996 when they wrote that, 1998, whatever, when they're writing Resident Evil 2. Like, they didn't even have the technology needed to have made sure they wrote it correctly, yet they did. That game is dead on. Hey, Sir William, what's going on? 1996, yep. I like it so much because even though it is the most slapstick, just corny writing of don't open that door. Yeah, there's a mole that has the ability to control insects and one mammal. It's fun. And that one in particular is covered in The Last of Us. Though it's a different strain and different everything else. So anyway, where's he coming from? There we go. I guess I'm trying to play and make a point. I have it. I love it because when I get to look back at stuff like that and I think about why do I like it, it's not just on a surface level of, oh, I just played a game, that was a cool game, that was a cool experience. See, games like that to me are not worth the money I just put out for it. It's gotta have some replayability. It's gotta have a challenge. You see Ethan Must Die right here? This is a built-in randomizer. Hey, Capcom, instead of telling people not to make mods for your games, build in randomizers for us more than mercenary mode. Build in the randomizer. Take the randomizers the community's doing and make an official version of the randomizer. Hey, Paul Thomas, it would be really, really awesome. Because it's not that we don't want to deal with what you have to, we really like stuff like this. Not much of Jujutsu Kaisen. Record of Ragnarok? No, haven't. I've heard they're good, I haven't seen them. But I only can take people's... Here's the thing. When I come back to this game, you see me playing Ethan Must Die over and over and over. It's because, one, I can get behind the science. It's actually explainable. We can actually talk about it. And second, it's a randomizer. Even if it's going through the same place, you got to do it differently. It gets my interest. I believe I actually spent good money on something like this. I don't feel like I spent good money on something that's like, oh, it was an experience. Well, you know what? A movie's an experience too, but last time I checked movie ticket prices, I didn't have to pay $60 to $70 for that experience. I just paid a one-time, still exorbitant fee of like $15, and I expected the experience to be good enough that everybody else thought it was good enough that we all just paid our whatever fee to get the experience, and we moved on with our lives. I don't want a video game to just be the experience. I want to pay for a video game. And so when it comes to things like that, when I hold it to those kind of standards and whatnot, this game having a good grasp on the science that could make this happen, and the original game having a good guess on exactly how that happens. And let me tell you, the guess is damn good. In fact, the T-virus, if you're willing to get arrested for war crimes, the T-virus could be made right here, right now. It is a no-joke thing that we could make every single one of those symptoms, and you would probably call them zombies. And it would probably cause some problems. Would there be a pandemic or an epidemic like we see in the games? If it's waterborne, sure as hell could happen as an epidemic. But like, there are certain things, there are certain criteria that I hold certain things to. I want something that makes me go back and think, like, what did I play and why did I play it? Slay the Princess. Once again, if you watch this channel and you have not watched Slay the Princess, I'm going to play it when Pristine Edition comes out because I've already played it once. I played it before bigger YouTubers who are now playing it started their playthroughs, so it's not like I'm jumping on a bandwagon. It's an amazing game, and it's only going to get better because they're adding more stuff to it. I don't care who you are. If you don't like Slay the Princess, I guess visual media of any source, movies, comics, everything, it's just not your thing. I guess you don't like comics or anime or TV shows. I don't know if Slay the Princess has a good genre in which you cannot like it. Because it's not a visual novel. I really wish I could put it in the category of just saying, oh, it's a visual novel that does this and the other. No, visual novel. It's not, the closest it comes to the visual novel is subverting your expectations like Doki Doki Literature Club did. That's as close as it comes to that. Happy 4th of July, by the way, for people who are not on East Coast. Still 4th of July for everyone else. It's a great piece of media. I like things that grab my attention and make me want to go back. It has been so much self-control for me to not go back into Slay the Princess and find the other routes, knowing that in the Pristine cut, they're going to make it so you can tell with tiny in-game hints on what routes you did not take and how to take them. And so I want to wait on that, and with more animations in there of like when voice lines are being spoken, not just a single frame, but like a series of like actually animated everything like that. I want to wait on that. When I spend money on a game, when I spend money on a movie, when I spend money on a book, TV show, anything, I want to feel like I'm drawn back to it later because of something inside of me that makes me question. There is in Psychopaths a point of time where a character tells another character that in an age where you can just download books, they're saying, I'll just go download it. We can download it right now. And another character says, no, go buy the paperback. And you know, character A says, you know, they're talking about really good authors too, like Gibson and things like that. So, you know, we're talking about like Orson Welles are bringing, Orwellian stuff, George Wells, whatever, 1984 kind of stuff, Fahrenheit 451 kind of stuff. They're bringing up stuff like that, Minority Report kind of stuff. And the advice for the book, and I believe it's oh my God, what's the book called? Do Blank Dream of Electric Sheep? Is that Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? It's a really, really good book. Hey, Willix. And character A says, I'll download it. Character B says, no, go buy the paperback. Character A says, why? It's all the same words. And character B basically gives a little bit of a monologue of saying, well, it's not just about the words written in the book. That when you read that book by flipping the pages, you get a different experience. It's tactile, it's visual, it's different. And that they go on to explain that in some of their favorite books, they can just blow through it. But sometimes when they realize their mind is off, when they go to read one of their favorite books, they find themselves stuck on this same page over and over, reading it, not absorbing anything. And it makes them recalibrate their mind, because the touch of the piece of paper that they've touched many times, the smell of the pulp, of the glue, of the book, of the paper, it all does something to calibrate the brain. And like character A goes, wow, okay, I never realized, like they never saw it like that. when I think of books, when I think of movies, I think of it as that kind of experience where it's something I want it to calibrate my brain. When my brain gets off track and I go and sit down and watch Parasite the Maxim, can I watch it straight through? Can I just binge it? Or am I stuck at certain parts? Does my brain get just hung up on wanting to see one episode? And when I watch it, do I get out of it what I want? When I go read a book and I binge through Animorphs like when I was a kid, do I actually just read it? Can I just read 50 some books in the span of a week, which there are 50 some books in there? Can I read in the span of a week? I can easily Animorphs, I can breeze through. Or do I get stuck on that? It's the same for games, anime, everything like that. If you ask me a question about an anime, do I have to sit through a lot of fluff to be able to think about characterizations? Do I have to question my own character? Do I have to question society around me? Do I have to question the idea of morality around me? Or if morals are even applicable to the story, and if morality isn't a construct in which I need to throw out to understand what I'm even digesting right now, because my morality is getting in the way of storytelling of somebody else's morality because we're two separate people. If it's not giving, and then science can bring me back and making me think of how did they know that science, and what does the science mean, and do you get anything? Do they portray it correctly? What does it look like when you actually put that into a game form, into a video form, into an audience? If you're just giving me an experience, give me a movie. If you're giving me an anime or a game, give me my money's worth and give me something that I need to go recalibrate, rewatch, rethink, everything. And so I guess that would be a defining factor for me right there. If you ask me if I like an anime, the answer is going to be like Dragon Ball Z. Of course, yeah, I can watch it. You will not catch me watching and binging Dragon Ball Z. Too much fluff, not enough story. It's got some good visuals. Cool. I want to see Ultra Instinct Goku as well. I saw it. Am I jonesing over needing to go see it again? Not anytime soon. Nah. Welcome to the family, Andrew. Thank you for joining during that. Andrew Garcia, welcome, welcome, welcome. That shield gets stronger over time. Protect yourself, protect the family. You're not going to see me jonesing over needing to go re-binge, like being on Namek and whatnot. I mean, they even did a shorter version, and I still can't get over Frieza's 5 minutes. But if I sit down and I even start watching the first 5 minutes of Princess Mononoke, I'm either watching the whole thing or questioning myself on why I'm not watching the whole thing, because I should be watching the whole damn thing. And when I'm watching it, I'm wondering what inside of me, like, what is good, what is bad, and not in the movie, in life. In games like this, science, getting the science right. I love science. Science is something you can quantify. We can disagree on everything else in life. We can disagree on our morality, our religion, our politics. We can grow up in two separate places. We can grow up in more of a socialistic society, a tribalistic society, one that's got democracy, one that's got dictatorship. And no matter where you are, you can be a scientist in that place, and we can all calculate the exact same rate at which a mass with a determined, velocity, a mass with a determined shape and size and height, when you drop it, how long does it take to hit the ground? Science is something we can sit there and all agree on. And so it's some universal thing that it makes me want to cling on to it. And then when you start learning more and more in science, there's more things to learn. So you never get to get bored with the subject. And then when you go off and learn physics, and physics really teaches you like the cornerstones of like what I actually love about life in general, and what I actually try to teach my son and learn about myself. It's anatomy and physiology, it's physics, because it's how your body works. You get one and only, how yours and the people around you work, and then physics, how you interact with that world around you, and then getting into astro and micro, all in between. Listening to Neil deGrasse Tyson, or just go back to Bill Nye. All of those things kind of coalesce into this ball of where I can go back and I can binge on knowledge. And I love the idea that I can binge on knowledge and be entertained by it. And so I can come play a game like this because it gives me a challenge. And then that's like a third category, challenge. But that's only really in video games. That's why I can do a randomizer and I feel better. So when you ask me about anything, I've got like these certain criteria. And you've heard it now. If you want to experience, give me a movie. If you want me to have a one-time experience, give me Fahrenheit 451 with a match and a striker on the side of the book so I can burn the book when I'm finished with it. And I just told my son, if he's willing to read it, I'm getting him that exact copy. If my son is willing to read Fahrenheit 451, I'm getting him the copy that has the matches that come along with it and the striker on the back of the book, so that when he's finished with the book, he can decide for himself whether he wants to burn it. That's how good of a book that is. I'm willing to put down $20 for that version of the book for the experience of the choice of whether you burn the book at the very end of it. Because, damn. And so, yeah, characters, there's got to be a hook. You got to get me somehow. You got to draw me in. Give me a challenge. Give me science. Give me characterizations. Give me something about life. Give me something that I don't want to be up at 2 a.m. alone thinking about without something to do with. Give me that. If you give me that, I'm probably going to say I like the anime, movie, book, TV show, whatever. I'm going to probably like it. Because at 2 a.m., when I'm alone with my thoughts, thinking about these things, I like being able to go over and be like, let me deflect it to, they brought up this topic in Cowboy Bebop, Parasite the Maxim, Psychopaths. They brought it up in the moral quandaries of when it comes to I'm Raising a Son. They brought it up in Animorphs. Or they brought up adult topics because that book series goes over many, many, many years of time for the characters. They grow up during the book series. Give me something that when I'm awake, when I feel alone, when I feel like I'm not me, give me an anime, give me a movie, give me a book that lets me recalibrate, just like I was talking about character A and character B in the show Psychopaths. That one asks about a book and the other one says, get the paperback version. Calibrating myself, especially during times of mental crisis and need, or just when I'm burnt out and I've got nothing else to bank on. Everyone knows what it's like to be alone. Everyone knows what it's like to be alienated. Everyone knows what it's like to just have all these things happen. For me, anime is one of those avenues at which it's just a different way to be able to get me what I want, the way I like it, in a way that I can digest it, that maybe just live action can't do. Maybe a movie is just too short for. Maybe a book doesn't portray, because it's not about imagination. It's about showing you instead of you imagining. So that's all anime is for me. It's another media source for those things. Now that I've said all that, you can go ahead and ask questions about movies I might have seen. Like, what do I think about random things? Because of course, hey, Pirate K, what's going on? Of course, I've got random things. And anyone else I haven't said hi to. There's a, hey, Sir Constant, it's been a hot second, or cold. I can't put temperatures to my times. I don't know what I'm saying. Oh. What do I think about the Marvel Cinematic Universe? They are milking that one dry, aren't they? Other than the idea that Norse mythology is best shown there and I need to play Hellblade 2 to feel like I get it anywhere else. Isn't that pitiful? Norse mythology best portrayed in that. Huh. I don't know. Black Panther? Does that sound cliche? I hope it doesn't, because Black Panther is amazing. What should I make on this? I should just keep all this. I am confliction. Don't get the yellow powder. Get the yellow powder. Don't get the yellow powder. Get the yellow powder. I'm dropping the 2 heals. Dadgummit. Okay. Some things you're mentioning I haven't seen. Or my brain is dead right now. I didn't mean to stream for long. I don't have it in me right now. I'm still... Let's not put hyperbole. I won't say incredibly sick. I'm better than I was. I just have an issue that can only be resolved by not streaming. I really wish YouTube would give me sick pay, because I would need to like cash all of it in about right now. It made me feel guilty though, because yeah, but Marvel Cinematic Universe is a good example of I need something to think about. Does anyone else remember that? Oh my God! Just please trip the pressure plate. Marvel Cinematic Universe is a good example of milking a cow dry and not always having a direction for it. Thor Ragnarok, whatever. But like Black Panther. For those that remember, Black Panther is like the first big, actually was successful African-American lead. Now, does that matter to me as much? It matters to a lot of people who read comics, but I'm legally on everything white, Caucasian American. And I have to look in the mirror to remember that I have a tan. Oh, look at that. Like my parents are pale white. Yes, my biological father is African American. The one that actually raised me as my dad, he's actually now so pale that I'm pretty sure people try to open him like he's a window instead of accidentally telling him to say, just excuse me. Like he's just see-through. And so there's that going on. But the movies hold significance for the comics hold significance because it's the first time you got to see them trying to put up on a pencil like this, and then why I like Black Panther so much, they didn't stick to the goddamn comic like it was some fucking manifesto or something that was forced on them or running into a trope where they had to do something. Black Panther is one of my favorites because not of the Marvel comic universe, but because it's unique. They actually did a thing where they made it super unique. And I like that. They took a thing and they were like, how can we improve upon this? And they're like, I know, let's make it unique. And that's, and they're like, what should we base it off of? And this is like a Tristan and Isabel, whatever. Romeo and Juliet was plagiarized, right? So Shakespeare, if he was one person, is still highly contested whether Shakespeare ever existed at all or was an amalgamation of a few people and we just attribute to one person what maybe 3 people did. But still, Shakespeare, obviously, Tristan and Isolde or whatever, that story that you can find a movie about is based on the original story that Romeo and Juliet was totally plagiarized from. Back then, it was thought to be wasted work if you didn't plagiarize. Tell that to your English teachers. It's wasted work if I don't plagiarize, therefore I had to look at my friend's stuff. But, you know, when it comes to storylines like that, I don't mind them starting with something that's already created because they did something magnificent with it and they made it super good. So, yeah, I take something good, make it super good, and I'm really good with how good you made it, right? So, like, that I like that. That's cool. What was in that room? Shit. I'm gonna assume that it wasn't anything big. So, too late now. Let's go. MCU, things like that, I don't know. I'm very mixed opinion about a lot of it because it just doesn't, it's like, okay. And then I'm gonna watch, it's another, okay, we're getting our 3rd Spider-Man reboot. That's great. Because that's really, when I think about storylines that I feel like I've missed out on my whole life if I didn't watch it right now. I really think about the 3rd take on the same story. Like, you can see where I'm going with that, right? Like, now that, like, Calvin or what's his face is no longer Superman for DC over there, we got to have a new Superman. Somebody else with a really strong chin step up. I really just, I'm passionate about these things. I really like these things. These are things that they're like trap questions for me because I'll go on and on about them. At the end of the day, the answer is simply, yeah, I want substance. So. And it's hard for me to find substance anymore. Anime that I find substance in. And then I'm glad they did the honor to Chadwick Boseman, that they didn't try to recast him. Because that shows not only integrity, but the idea that they knew well enough that what they had was so good. Do not try to recast that. It's really hard to think of him having cancer that advanced while he's filming that. Like he... Oh! I thought I got smacked! Yeah, see, I grew up with Superman. Hey, look, I'm wearing the necklace. My brother's nickname was Superman, mine was Steel. Like, I grew up with my mom just putting on Superman stuff and just being like, okay, we wore out the VHS tape while my mom, of how many times we watched Superman, and we wore it out because we would get really upset, my brother and I, when we were really, really young. We would get upset if we didn't see Christopher Reeve's wave to the camera when he ran around the Earth at the very end of the movie. I know it sounds silly, it sounds stupid. We were kids, so there's that. It's that is a weird thing to think of. That's a real thing. I have enough space. Okay. Like there are some things I end up like it's got to get that grip to it. Now, of course, they can be boring ones. I love the ones most like Moon Knight. You're bringing up Moon Knight. Oh yeah. Like in comic book universe, stuff like that. Moon Knight. We've got to bring up Darkhawk next. Wait, they're making a show out of some of these D-list characters now. They're like D-list superheroes that are actually written well, but they never really made traction. Kind of like Green. I almost said Green Ranger. Green Arrow and Green Lantern almost didn't make traction, and they were D-list characters that they didn't know what to do with. So instead, they combined the two as being antagonistic against each other to try to up both of them as having more popularity and whatnot, and it worked. It elevated both of them because they're both green. So it's the idea of like who's right, who's wrong, blah 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 blah. This guy it has been a long while. I appreciate that. Prayers right now, anything doesn't even matter. Our differences in anything that can make it so that the news that I've got on my plate could be better. I appreciate. Thank you. I appreciate it. And oh my gosh, hey, Martez Brown, thank you so much. I'm heading over here. I'm replying over here. I'm saying, I'm gonna try to say. Oh God, it hurts to stretch. Yay! It did the thing again. That was me typing on the other computer. Yeah, I'm a junkie for storylines. You know what I'm really a junkie about? Trying to get away from myself. Can I get an amen in the house? Thank you so much, Martez. Everyone hashtag over there. Can I get an amen in the house for every single person who's just needing an escape from their own freaking brain? That's all they need an escape from. They just needed an escape from their own brain. That's basically what I'm a junkie to. There you go. So if it comes in the form of anime, I got criteria from it, because if it's just shallow, my brain likes to go in some fucking random shitty places. I can't have shallow get me out of that. I need a break from it. And every now and then, getting to dive into the brains of other characters that somebody else imagined and thought up is way better than me getting stuck for another night in my fucked up head. So, Jesus, like, yeah, of course, there's some things I really like. I could do a whole dysentery on Kogami and Makishima, or like Vicious and Spike, or let's throw in their supporting characters. I could go on about like I could even go on there, and if they would do a truncated version, now that they're actually doing the 1,000-year blood war for Bleach, I could probably actually do something more with someone like even something more shallow that people would think of, like Shonen Jump, Ichigo Kurosaki. I could do that. Because now the story has real substance to it. Like no more filler, no more bullshit. It's got substance front to back in the 1,000-year blood war arc, and yay! But God, I just need to not be trapped with me sometimes. And that's all. That's all in there. That's it. There is to it. Sometimes I just like something that makes it so I could be trapped with somebody else's problems rather than my fucked up brain. Basically a substitution drug. Kind of refer back to me saying in Psychopaths, there's character A and character B talking about, let me download the book, and the other one says, you should buy the physical copy. And he then goes on to keep talking about, like, sometimes I can breeze through the book, no problem at all, no thinking. And other times I get stuck on the same page over and over, and I wonder what's wrong with me? What's it got me thinking? It helps me recalibrate. I guess it's a drug. Dopamine is a reinforcement drug, not just the happy drug, but I guess it is. It's more like this. How do I know how to recalibrate and how to fix my state of mind, the way that I'm thinking, the way that I'm feeling? How do I know how to fix it unless I have a set calibration point? Just like talking about that. How do I know how to, unlike a drug that just alters your state of mind and you can escape, things like media and movies sometimes, when it has an actual ethical point and makes you think about your own life, morality, things like that, they come with the side effect of being able to let you recalibrate. How am I supposed to recalibrate something that's not calibrated? And who here's mind is so stable that you'd show up to my streams consistently, because that means you're not stable. Anyone who could be a big fan of mine, you gotta be a little bit screwed up just like me. I'm not saying you're really screwed up, but you're a little screwed up. You're human. That's what makes it. It means you're human. That's what I'm really trying to say. It's like that. It's like calibrating. It's less of a drug and more like I just took calipers to my brain and went, oh, it's off by this. And if I'm staring and thinking, I really want to watch this movie, read this book, watch this anime, it's not like a drug. It's more like, why do I want to watch that? Why is it that that's stuck in my head? Why is it that, and I know now some of it's my ADHD. It is that. But some of it sometimes is really like I'm grappling with a big decision or a big moment. My son's life, my life, like crossroads, morality. Maybe I believe I'm hurting someone or somebody is hurting. Maybe I believe someone needs help or I need help. Things like that. I'm grappling with it, and then I just get stuck in my head. And it's the shittiest place to be in the world. And if you're human, you should know what that feels like. How do you get out of that? Well, therapy, medication, there's all these things. You can get drugs for that. I am on Wellbutrin, bupropion, 300 milligrams a day. I'm on an SNRI. I don't shy away from saying I've got issues. But once again, even on that medication, what do I know what normal is or how to calibrate to that unless I've got like something that helps me realize who I am? And do I even know who I am when I'm trying to realize that? How do you even find out who that is that you're trying to recalibrate back to? Who a person is a very complicated subject. And trying to pretend like you can just do that without anything. Anime that really helped me sink my teeth into, that's why I go back to the 2003 Full Metal Alchemist. The idea of growing up with expectations, a reality that you don't want, and an outcome that you can't avoid, with things that seem like they're hopeful but they let you down, ways that you have to grow up, or everything that you believe you're fighting for is a sham. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood does not cover it nearly as well as Ed and Al's version in the 2003 version, because she was only halfway finished writing the manga. So she gave them liberty to do whatever the fuck they wanted to finish off the anime. And they took it in a direction that the ending, I think it's episode 53 out of 54, hurts like a son of a bitch watching the original Full Metal Alchemist anime. It hurts worse than any other part, because who saw that coming? It's something that shouldn't happen. It just shouldn't happen. I don't know how to describe it, but if I'm gonna go to something like that, let's take that for example, that I'm really wanting to go watch that. Why am I watching it? Is it the lead up to it? Is it because that's where I found the quote? And it's like, even with your eyes closed, there's a world outside. There's still a world outside, out there outside yourself and your dreams. I just butchered the quote, but like in trying to contemplate in some of the later episodes, in that one, there's a quote that really actually means something. Yeah, like a character gets straight out asked, "Why would you do this?" And their basic answer is a quote that I've quoted over and over for a long time since college. Even with our eyes closed, there's a whole world out there outside our own hopes and dreams. Whatever that is, kind of butchered it. I'd usually know it, but my brain's bouncing around. Am I looking for that quote and I just want to watch it to the end? Do I want to watch the beginning because the first like 5-6 episodes are kind of like the anime campy cheesy thing? What am I watching it for? Why do I have the urge to? I sometimes want to watch like the fight between I almost said Kogami again. Oh my god, the lead male character in freaking Parasite Eve the Maxim. There's a part where he has a fight where he points out he points out that there is a altercation in which one person is able to correctly deduce from another group of people who their leader is. And it's a long going motif in that series of being able to sniff out the strongest, who's weak, who's strong, who deserves to live, who deserves to die. Does anyone deserve to live or die? Does anyone deserve life itself? And what does life mean? Have we lost that privilege? Do I just want to watch that scene because it resonates with me? Or is that my jumping off point because I want to watch the back half of the series? It's seriously one of those things that, same with books, same with movies. I end up liking it for a reason, and then you just gotta ask me like going from there. I'm not a complicated person. I just don't like my own mind. It's scary up there. It's fucked up. You guys have seen it on camera sometimes. Thank you so much, Izuna. Thank you for answering the question. Just one more, please. Is there better Norse mythology? There is better Norse mythology in Record of Ragnarok. Please, could you give it a watch? You know where there's better Norse mythology in it as well? God of War, because I'm pretty sure I have not finished playing God of War. If I have to ban anyone else from my channel for trying to spoil God of War just because I haven't gotten to Ragnarok yet, I'm going to like pry my eyeball out. Welcome back to the family, Holt's better half. Thank you. I need to unpause alerts. You know what has even better Norse mythology and Celtic mythology? Hellblade. I need to put that in movie form and make sure everyone on my channel realizes that if you are sleeping on the game Hellblade and you're seeing why I need to play Hellblade 2, you're really sleeping on a game. You're really sleeping on a game. I'll give this one more shot and then I'm finished for tonight because my body only had so much to give. Happy 4th of July, still everyone who's not on the East Coast. Do not look at my little bean with your dirty eyes. There we go, there's that. I'm letting these play. 100% of what I was play has with all points you brought up with facts effects that resonate with you. Yeah, well, I mean,
I got 1, I got 3. Can I get a 5? Can I get a 5? 5 in the fishnets. 5 in the fishnets. Can I get a 5 in the fishnets?
Can I give a 5?
Can I get a 5 in the fishnets? Words I didn't think I'd ever say ever.
Dumb.
Can I mention ever again?
Not what you said.
Thank you for answering my question.
But,
just one more, please. There is better Norse mythology in Record of Ragnarok. Please, could you give it a watch if you feel like it? I would love your thoughts.
We would like to buy one child, please!
I probably should. I don't have a few screws loose. They are bolts, and I'm completely sane. I have found sanity in my insanity. That in self, being such a logical conclusion, is insane that you could find your sanity. You're just an oxymoron breathing oxygen. Whatever. It's been a bit. So this, I thought I'd say hi. I'm 19 minutes from my birthday. I will make sure that I'm going in 19 minutes. I probably will blow out my voice. Holt's better half. Before it becomes that, do you want a birthday? Do you want your happy birthday to ya, which I will not hit the high notes for, or do you want your birthday dirge of oh happy birthday? which one do you want? Because I gotta know so I can sing it at the very end, and then we skedaddle for the night. I gotta play this one more time. Because I'll end this off with what you need. For those who have been around long enough, let's not bring up too many numbers. Everyone remember when I went on I'll call it a dorky time, a dorky little rant. I will also call it a rant this time, but YouTube, stop docking me for saying words like rant. Did you know that there are certain words I can say that make the subscribe button actually bounce when I actually start a YouTube video? And there are certain words that if I say it, YouTube thinks that I'm actually, like the words rants and tangent. I need to stop using them. And people who use them need to stop using them too. YouTube finds it to be a cue in their algorithm for your being annoying and disruptive and stupid. For anyone who remembers my passion for the number 0, for the concept, for what that represents, I can get dorky on some things. There's some things that really interest me. Yeah. 0 as a concept. Bring up numbers. Don't get me on numbers. I'll go dork on that. Your favorite number is the one we haven't solved for yet. That's good. We haven't solved the mystery of Hugh yet, so x equals 69. Never mind. Solved. Asked and answered. I'm gonna need your mom's confirmation that that's the product. 0 is fascinating, and I can't get on that subject because I'll talk about it way too much. Call them sidebars. I was calling them side notes, and then I realized that when I speak to people in my normal day-to-day life, I will, to people who I'm speaking to, my son and people in day-to-day, when I speak face-to-face to you, and I realize I'm going off topic, I actually do naturally say, I'll say blah, 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 and side note, this little thing, anyway, and then I go back to what I was saying. I got to figure out what to say that could be there for side note, because me starting to say side note on the channel got a little too... It wasn't fun seeing people type it out and being like, this feels like I'm being mocked all of a sudden. I didn't know what was going on. Hey, Vern, it's been a hot second. What's going on? Good night, Izuna. Thank you for being here and supporting. I've been trying to send a super chat for half an hour. What am I doing wrong? Andrew, I have no idea. So, YouTube might hate me right now. There's always that chance. Just like, don't let this asshole have more money. We gotta get him out of here. What do we do? Block Andrew's super chats. He'll never survive. There are some, are you on Android or iOS type deal questions, but don't worry about it. Thank you for your continued support, Vern. I really appreciate it. What's good with you? Minus 42. That's always the answer. If you get that reference, you're a nerd. Why, though? Why does it make you a nerd? I'm gonna go this way real fast. I can always title a stream as being like a Resident Evil stream, and then we can get all philosophical up in this bitch. I can always put down as like a member's perk, as in the community tab, of questions you would love to have asked me during a stream, and I could just do a full stream of just like debating people by saying it's Resident Evil, but saying I'll answer your questions, which to me would be just hysterical to debate people, and also, you know, whatever. David Rice, thank you. It has been a while. It's been a while.
I'm gonna let you in on a secret of comedy.
At your stream
Bad
again.
aren't funny when they happen to Daddy.
What about Mommy?
Oh, Mommy's fair game. Go for the throat.
It's been a while. Happy 4th. Are you into the Mana series at all?
Am I into the Mana series at all? I was addicted to it when I was younger. And Secret of Mana, and then learning that, was it Secret of Gaia or Legend of Gaia? That was the follow-up to the game that I'm going to be playing soon, Soul Blazer, which is ranked 35th best game ever on Super Nintendo, I found out, and was the biggest competitor to take down, get this, Legend of Zelda. That it was very close to being able to be the franchise that would have dethroned. We might be talking about the Soul Blazer series instead of ever Link if Soul Blazer just did a little bit better with sales and marketing. Thank you, David. And to quote the British Happy Trader Day, it's not fault the U.S. is only good at very few things, and it's blowing its stuff up. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Listen. Don't need your never mind. That's your name. Apparently, in the new Legend of Zelda, you play as Zelda, not Link. Oh, you mean Legend of Zelda 2? Link? I mean, not Legend of Zelda 2. You mean the CD game? Is that the Panasonic CD? Whatever that system was, where you play as Zelda. You've already been able to play as Zelda in a game. Just it's a really shitty game. And I don't have the money to afford it, and I don't have the inclination to figure out how to emulate it because it's a really shitty game. Oh yeah, I own all the Final Fantasy adventures. Oh, I got my Game Boy right on over there. It's awesome. Oh shit, I didn't close the door. We run. In the beginning, everyone thought Zelda was Link. True, I read the instruction manuals to all games I played because that's just how I roll. I roll deep like Ants at a Picnic. And it says straight up that who's who. Also interesting enough, if you read the instruction manual to the game that came with the Nintendo, to Super Mario Brothers, you'll find out that when you break blocks, or to Mario Brothers, rather, and then Super Mario Bros. When you break blocks while you play that Nintendo game, you are killing citizens of Princess Toadstool's kingdom. Princess Peach and Princess Toadstool were one and the same back then, and Bowser, in the instruction manual, had turned all of the citizens into either troops for him or turned them to block stone, all of the mushroom people. When you break a block, you are killing a citizen. That upset me enough that I didn't want to play the game and just watch my brother play it. Yeah. Go fact check that. That's real. You break a block in Mario, you're killing a toad. And as in Toad. So, you know, I actually, that never confused me because I read too many instruction manuals. Hey, skating. What's going on? I haven't covered games like Chrono Cross, Chrono Trigger because those are some of my brother's favorites again, and that they're long. Same with Legend of Dragoon. This, like a lot of you know, I'm working my ass off onto making sure that at least 4 hours of my day, every single day, needs to be devoted toward, as long as I'm also getting better at the same time, needs to be devoted towards studying to be a nurse, because I now know that way too many years late, my strength is being in the medical field where I'm not a counselor. It's being a nurse. And so I would, before I had figured that out, I would have promised that I'd get on a few things that I'm about to talk about. I'm not going to promise that anymore, given that I even want to use my one freebie name change to possibly be like, I want to be Nurse Jackson, please. I want to change my, instead of being Darkness, please refer to me as Nurse Jackson. Or Nurse Darkness Jackson. Maybe phase out the darkness so we don't have to, so YouTube doesn't flag me for saying darkness. I appreciate the sentiment, Andrew. I like a lot of series that you wouldn't think of. My Game Boy would right now probably still has in it. I own Final Fantasy Adventures. Is 1, 2, and 3, or is that the other title? I own all those, which were they're Secret Amount of spin-offs that were given that. And then I own Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, which might have been in that same category. Grew up with those. Have I heard about the horror game called Chicken Feet? You have to complete tasks while dodging a giant murdering chicken. No, I have not, but I have an ongoing list of things that are hopefully one-shot things, and I'm adding to it now. Because I don't know what that is. I'm right now trying to get... Someone just gifted me a game, and I don't know who did. I can't pull it up right now. But whoever did, thank you. I'm going to update my even Steam wish list on a lot of games I'm writing down. But I don't know what Chicken Feet is, but I need a lot of games that are like one shot. I need a lot of them sooner than later. And all help is appreciated. Things that I can play in an hour or less, or maybe, you know, they wouldn't be long-standing series. Supermarket Simulator, I want to be able to try to play that soon. Maybe there's like 3 episodes of that in there, 3 parts. It's me running a supermarket. Like, what is there going to be? Except for the idea that I can get really anal about that kind of stuff. Since I am sick and I need to figure that out, and I need to, instead of playing long series, I need to be able to play long series in short snippets, and then also figure in some shorter episodes of just like one-off games that are like an hour or less. Chicken Feet sounds like a game that I absolutely should be able to get over in just a very short time. Otherwise, I am utterly confused by a title like Chicken Feet. Cause why you gotta come up in here and confuse me that bad? Chicken Feet? No. Jeffrey, hey, what's going on? I need shorter, and I'm willing to stick to it because I have been feeling quite ill. In fact, that's why I'm stopping the stream very soon. I had a limit, and I actually feel something happening, and it's not good, so I need to know my limit and stop. Even though it's been 2 hours, fireworks yesterday took it out of me. My son and I, we went and saw fireworks yesterday, and it took it way out of me. Yeah, you did give me fears. The third one, everyone comments about how much longer it is, and it's on the list anyway. Don't worry about it. Finishing up things like fears and whatnot. I'm talking about ones I can just quite literally sit down, one-shot them, and they be like 30 minutes, an hour. It's on Steam and it's funny. Yeah, I know they're longer. That's why I'm trying to avoid the longer ones right now. In the background, I have been doing a few things. I have been doing... Andrew, thank you so much. I see that the super chat finally went through. Check out Demon Slayer and Berserker. Oh, as anime. Oh, and Berserk. Not exactly what I'm describing. Haunt, Shona, and it's Western with zombies. And maybe, but also maybe a heart attack. I don't get heart attacks from games. Thank you so much. Everyone hashtag. You did do it. You did it. You get a heart from me real fast. My chest hurts right now, so I don't have much more. We're talking about like Guts Berserk. We're asking if I've seen Guts Berserk, as in I watched the original anime and I've read the manga. Don't ask me to watch the CGI Berserk. We're talking about the same, the true Black Swordsman, right? That's the real Black Swordsman. Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate that. That's the real Black Swordsman, not Kirito bullshit. That's not the Black Swordsman. Yes, the true Black Swordsman. Yep. Oh yeah. What, you don't think that like Berserk doesn't stick with me? That like a band of merry men with Griffith leading them, the things that happen, and then what happens to him and one person who makes it to the other side of some big things that happen, and what he does right after that, and who he turns into, and God, yeah, of course I know Berserk. God, did that anime screw me up when I was younger. Oh yeah, I watched that at the tender age of I was not old enough. What age is that? I don't fucking know. I could have been 30. I might not have been old enough to see some of those final scenes of the original Berserk.
Look at my little bean.
Thank you.
Dirty eyes.
There you go.
Love.
Now it's gonna
Check
read it
out
out.
Demon Slayer Berserk. It's exactly what you're describing. Check out Hand Down. It's a western with the zombies. I think you'd have a blast, but also maybe a heart attack.
Probably not. I could possibly have a heart attack about right now. Thank you for being here, Rance. Good night. Thank you for being here. Berserk is really good. Yeah, I mean, I'll Google it. No, that's the kind of thing that is it free? If it's for the price of free, I got a few lined up. I've asked the community before for game ideas, and I need to ask again. But I really gotta be specific. When I ask again, so many people gave game ideas of games I've super duper played, streamed, and talked about. And it is really disheartening to put a post up saying, please just do a simple search. Like you can do it on anyone's YouTube page. If you web browser, I know you can do it when you pull down on the YouTube app on iOS. I don't know about Android. You can search someone's channel. You can search my channel and see if I played it, or you can just type in Darkness and a game, or you type in DarknessJackson gaming as one thing, and then the game. No one searched, and it made me like, oh God, I gotta now trudge through a list of people thinking that they're giving me advice, but all it means is that like I already did the thing they wanted me to do, and they didn't want to take. I think I need to do another list though of shorter things I can do, and I need to just decide to. I need to release Visage. You can check the list for me, Jeffrey. I'd love that. I would really love that. You'll gift it. Put it on my. How do I open my wish list while I'm in the middle of the stream? I'll put it on my wish list right after the stream. Chicken feet. We're all talking about chicken feet here, right? You'll give chicken feet. I will. I mean, I'll take a swing at it. And then I need to just post Visage. I played it out of order, and so instead of trying to make like some sanity to the way I put it, thank you for being here, Chloe. I hope you feel all right. I think I saw something about you not feeling your best. I need to just post Visage as I played it out of order. Chapter 3 I played after I did some of the side things that you should probably do while you're... Nah, who cares anymore? I was trying to figure out like a cohesive narrative to put together. Instead, I just need to post it and just be like, yeah, this is what you get. Yeah, I played it out of order. Oops. But I need to post that. I need to post a few other things. In my spare time, now that I can do 3 thumbnails, it lets me go ahead and put the original thumbnail I did for any live stream I did, make a new thumbnail for that live stream, and I can put a third clickbaity one up and see what people want. Do they want to know that it was originally a live stream or not? I'm going to very soon make a post that when you get inundated with a bunch of videos I just posted, I did not just post it. The video went from an unlisted live stream to I put chapter markers, so every single time I talked, like I've been doing in this stream, you can skip over the times I talked and go straight to when I played the game. If talking isn't your thing. But if talking isn't your thing, I'm very confused on why you subscribed. Because I actually talk to you guys. You're working on a walkthrough for Visage. My discussions have a lot. Post what I have because it's perfect. I'll do. I probably should. I wouldn't call it perfect, but I will accept the compliment. At this end, yay, I get that. Okay. The Visage, and I even realized some things that happened in Visage I didn't in my first playthrough. Like, I always hate it when I come up with an epiphany for something right after I finish a game, because I understand now Visage completely, including, you know how weird it is to realize that you recognize you know, the chemical structure of something on the wall of a video game and it actually means something? Are you kidding? There's a part in Visage, a horror game, that recognizing just something that you probably forgot in chemistry was just like, oh. And then I didn't articulate enough of on that particular point after. And and yeah, now I understand, like, oh, that thing I said, it really matters for like the entirety of the game. Like, am I an idiot? Yeah, that game's awesome. I need to post that. I'm posting old live streams, things I recorded in the past, and I'm trying to make little short things. While on the side, my biggest project I'd like to do on my own is find my own joy of playing video games on my own. That it's not Final Fantasy 14. I'm gonna try to do that through Near Replicants. I'm not posting it in 4K. It's for me, so I'm not gonna take up all the hard drive space I've got in the world. I need to play Near Replicants. I need it. I desperately need. I need it. I need Near Replicant. So yeah, I gotta play some Near Replicant here soon too. And then I might have to just on my own time replay Nier Automata, because I don't know, there's an anime out now that covers a lot of it, but once you get hooked on Nier, it's hard to get unhooked. It's like a drug. And knowing that now that the concert is actually part of the story, you need to know what happened in the concert for Nier Automata to actually understand the entirety of the story. It's required that you know the 2024 concert to understand the game, because the original English voice actors and everything redid lines and everything. Oh, that's so cool. Only Yoko Taro can actually put in different various media all the pieces to a storyline. Look what I got right here. I mean, I gotta read a manga about the Pearl Descent, Harbor Descent record. It's the third, and it's the commander without her blindfold on as part of the cover. Only Yoko Taro can do that to me. But I got to do a few things, and then there's games that people want, and then people want guides, and I might actually release some of those guides that I did a long time ago, but I didn't really want to release because people were forcing me to basically make those guides. But hey, I'm working towards becoming a nurse. I'm thinking about changing my name to Nurse Jackson the second I can on this channel. You get what you get, because second I can be a nurse, this is my passion side job, while working as a nurse is my full-time job, because that's a full-time job that eats your brain away. I hope one day to show up to a hospital and die a little bit more inside each day over the healthcare system. That is my dream. They're both dead. Good. Hey, Toaster Chan. Happy 4th of July. Well, off to bed. Wait, no. Holds better half. No, your birthday. It's been 7 minutes. It's only been 7 minutes. Hold on. I'll put the chicken feet on my street there. You're working. I mean your birthday. Your birthday. It's been a long time since I've done a birthday dirge. Everybody else who doesn't know what I'm about to do, I'm about to sing a song that don't worry about that. Just worry about the idea that if it's your birthday and you tell me, and I'm gonna cover a lot of birthdays right now because this is for Holt's better half. I wanted to say your name, but I always forget if you're okay with me saying your name or not. And also for every person that, since I've been gone for a while, not feeling my best, I'm gonna sing it. But I also don't want to get the lyrics wrong. You're getting the birthday dirge. Where are my freaking? Where's my screenshot of my screenshot of my screenshot of that? Where's the? I need the screenshot. So I need the lyrics. I need really quickly. Just don't worry about this. Just don't leave the stream, okay? And I can't wear the headphones because I use a little something, a little. Sprinkle a little something on top of it using my Go XLR. It can't do anything really special to Go XLR. It just kind of
does a few things that... Oh my god, wait, something's wrong with this. Why is it doing that? What? Hello? What the hell?
What was up with that? Holy shit.
What was it? Oh my god, stop that.
Oh, okay, there we go. It hit a button. That shouldn't have been
a thing, but it was a thing. Whatever.
So we got that going for us. But, you know,
I just do what I can. Yeah. There we go. Okay. I got birthday dirge coming up for you. Here it is. If you know the words, you can't sing along. There's like a 10-second delay, so you'll absolutely not be singing with me. But like, I mean, I'm still stalling to find all the lyrics, and don't go anywhere. I almost name dropped you. Forgot if you are okay with your name being out there. Oh my God, where's my screenshot of the lyrics? Because I always forget the middle little part. Oh, fiddle faddle. Oh. Why did I think? I didn't think fiddle faddle. I thought, oh, bitch sticks. Who thinks the word bitch sticks? Anyway, there it is. Found it. Aubrey, I knew it was fine. My brain, since this is Holt's better half, forgot if you're fine. Aubrey, I just want to, okay. me. Oh, happy birthday. Oh, happy birthday. Babies crying, people dying. Happy birthday.
Pain and sorrow in the air, death around us everywhere.
But happy birthday. Oh, happy birthday.
1 year closer to the grave. Think of all the food we'll save.
But happy birthday. Oh, happy birthday.
Easter Bunny broke his leg. Blood all over the Easter eggs.
But happy birthday. Oh, happy birthday.
Santa Claus wrecked his sleigh. No more presents on Christmas Day.
But happy birthday. Happy birthday. Babies crying, people dying. But happy birthday.
Yay, there you go. Birthday dirge. Happy birthday to Aubrey and everyone else I might have missed in the meantime. There. I was not completely warmed up to do that. And my diaphragm just told me why I haven't been doing voiceover parts. As long as I don't do the mac and cheese sound, I'm fine. You're fine. I got you covered.
More.
Oh, wait, you don't want more mac and cheese. Sorry. Got you. Got you now. A little plosive, but whatever. Oh, shut it. I should have sang over the mic a little bit. Listen here, Mr. Music Man. Patrick, you weren't even here to help back me up. when I gave like the Beatles discography in order of year release of album and music talks. Where were you? My time of need. I know how to work the microphone. I usually do. I stand up when I work the microphone other than being on YouTube. I don't sit down for anything I do for lines at all. I can't sit and do that. Like I have to stand. It's impossible. Being a dad, not sorry. Ah, yeah, that's a. Oh no. I know that. Sorry, not sorry. I also get it. It's fucking ridiculous how much being a dad is hard. I work the mic by standing up. I gotta get that diaphragm. I can't sit down and work it. I don't know how some singers like sit and recline like I do. Like I'm reclining. I gotta hunch over, but then you get tired out because pop. So for those who don't know, I have experience with having like multiple under 5 years old. When like my ex had her sister had her babies, and I was like the perma babysitter. His cousin is 7 months older than Rowan is, and then his other cousin is a year younger. And so it was perma my responsibility to just be the stay-at-home dad that just had all 3 kids. But I was supposed to be like dad, but not like this is ridiculous. Anyway, have I played 7th Guest VR? I have not even heard of that. Yeah, well, the thing is that, okay, so for those of you who might not be as musically inclined or vocally trained or whatever, just make up an excuse and insert it here. The thing is that your diaphragm isn't just like some chest muscles. That shit wraps all the way around you. And if you want to see the best example of someone using their entire diaphragm to sing, look no further than Chester from Linkin Park. Go find his live performances and see when he inhales or holds his notes, his chest from his back, like his spine is expanding, inhales. And so he does all of this bent over posture, and it's the other way you can sing. I can voice act and sing and do things bent over as well. The problem is I have no idea how the hell Chester did that, because your back gets tired. If you actually learn how to feel your back muscles, and a lot of people learn how to sing by lying on their back so they get to feel their diaphragm. They forget the second exercise that they're supposed to be told, which is actually, thank you so much, Michael. Your birthday's on Monday. Hopefully I'll be here for a birthday dirge. But hearing the dirge for someone else so close to mine will do. Is on Monday. Hopefully I'll get you on Monday, Michael. Thank you so much. Everyone hashtag Michael. Yeah, he was a heavy smoker and same. The other thing you're supposed to do, touch your toes. There's a lot of toe touching and singing, because you need to strengthen your back muscles. That's kind of like somebody who's got a 10-pack and then they wonder why they got back issues. You can't have a really strong core and have no back muscle. It's the same with singing. My back gets so tired out so fast from having to rely only on my back. So I gotta stand up for a lot of that. Like I can understand what Chester's doing, but him also being hunched over, he uses, so you have your vocal cords, you have your false vocal flaps, false vocal flaps. He many times, his growl, don't try to imitate his grits. He's using something that he's properly doing it, and I don't understand exactly how he does it. He is in his right here, where you should be, your vocal fry should actually be harming you. Right there, he's able to sustain vocal fry. And just like it sounds like, it'll fry your voice. He can sustain it. Oh my God, I have no ammunition going into this fight, really. Oh my God. I did not realize that I had basically nothing to fight her with. Mike L, can I heart that real quick? Thank you so much, Mike L. I appreciate that. Yeah, I can sit here and do enough, but then it'll just tire me out. And then I just feel exhausted, and I just want to lean back and do nothing because I feel sick a little bit and just not. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, a big oh shit. I have never had to use this tactic on her. She's never forced me into this. Uh-oh. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, thank God. You want to know what it looks like to almost get screwed over by this game and barely pull it out your ass? Like that. It's a little something like this. It's like this and like that and like this. And, oh my, I don't have much ammo, but she'll die. She can die from this. Whew. Shut up, Nightbot. It's Dark King. That doesn't get triggered. Chester left us on the anniversary of Chris's death, and yeah, Chester's staying at Chris's funeral. Lane Stanley, you're talking about like the eight greats, and the only one left is what's his face? Oh god. Anyway, because the word dark, I've had to try to warn people over and over and over. If you come into my stream and randomly call me dark, YouTube's algorithm can mistake that as you're racially insulting me. And so I've had to make a Nightbot command, but Dark King probably shouldn't be counted under that. I'm glad you enjoy him, Dino Luke. It's the word dark. Yeah, the people early on, I hear tales, since it's been a while, that people could get banned by actually referring to me as dark as short because it was YouTube's algorithm thinking they're taking a pot shot at my skin color. It's a very smart algorithm, don't worry. Highly trained, big professional, barely enough ammo to kill it. Blah 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 blah. I agree. Blah 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 blah. She died. She dead. Hold on. Can I get this? Can I get this to work? We're gonna try to roll credits again. Hey, Crazy Cooney. Happy 5th of July. Yes, we have hit 4th of July for a few people, and I'm sorry that you're coming right at the very end.
I got 1, I got 3. Can I get a 5? Can I get a 5? 5 in the fishnets. 5 in the fishnets. Can I get a 5 in the fishnets?
But.
Can I get a 5 in the fishnets?
fishnets? Words I didn't think I'd ever
I'm gonna
say
try to play credits.
ever. Can I mention ever again?
My birthday is on Monday, but just hearing the dirge for someone else so close to mine will do lol.
Hopefully we'll get both though. Here's the thing: if the credits work, you know that bomb of 20 gifted memberships that Vamp did? I'm gonna have to read out all their names really fast and try to pronounce it correctly. Sarcasm. What's going on?
We would like to buy one child, please!
Is it better to pretend to see the light that everyone else does, or accept the darkness that you are? Oh my god. Don't get all don't wax philosophical when I'm ending the stream. Do that like toward the beginning. Roll credits. Come on. Credits. Work. Thank you, sarcasm. Everyone hashtag sarcasm. Work, work, work. Work, work, work. Let me give some props to people that help me work. I actually like thanking people who help me have a career. Oh my god, it's scrolling. Please don't say random. Okay, new subscribers of Spider-Man Gamer and One Teen Army with new channel members of Robert, Izuna, Rizla, The Real Kila, Jason Smith, Nash Merck, Nestor L, Tier 1 Jank, Trap Miz, Nicholas Robinson, Billy Cox, Yoink, Zeno Scythe, Ira Brooks, Connor Brew, Matt P, Sander Kiwi, Selfish Gamer, Daniel Walker, Joseph, David Hassel, Andrew Garcia, Holtz Betterhath, Aubrey, Vern Miller, True King of Sarcasm, Dark King, with donations of Vamp, David Rice, Natasha, Sarcasm, with super chats from Kelsey, Robert, Martez Brown, Izuna Piler, Andrew Garcia, and Mike L. You guys were kind. There weren't any names that actually tripped me up. That makes me look like a competent person that can read names, which I'm not. I fuck it up all the time. I can't believe I got through. Also, credits played again. Credits are back. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. Happy 4th of July. If you're not subscribed, do that, because supposedly I had a whole thing set up where I do all these marathons and we'd get to 100,000 subscribers in like 26 days. And that's before I knew I had an autoimmune disease that was not celiac. So, with that said, I don't know how that's going to happen anymore, but that stream's been scheduled forever. And I hope to see you guys back here for the next one real soon. God, sarcasm, why you do this to me? It's cool though. Bye.